An important skill to master if you want to become a better lover is being able to control your ejaculations and being able to maintain your erections. This allows you to make love with your partner long enough that they can orgasm once or multiple times before you ejaculate yourself. In this video, I'm going to share with you a really simple exercise that's been scientifically proven to help with erectile dysfunction, but can also be used to help with ejaculation control as well, so you don't come too early. The exercise is really simple and it's based off the teachings by Michelle Kenway, and I'll link up to her video on the topic down below. But there's also scientific studies done on this technique showing that it did help to decrease erectile dysfunction in males. To do this exercise, you want to be sitting down because gravity helps to make it more difficult. However, if you are beginning and you're struggling to isolate the muscles, then lying down on your back or your side can be helpful. The muscle group that we're going to be focusing on is our PC muscles or pelvic floor muscles. These actually wrap around the base of the penis and help to keep blood flow in the area. And these are actually the same muscles that we tense when we have an erection or that pulsate and contract when we have an ejaculation. So gaining control over these muscles and building strength in these muscles is going to help us gain ejaculation control and also going to lead to harder, more consistent erections. The exercise is really stealth and can be done anywhere. No one will know that you're doing it, so you can do it while you're driving your car or sitting watching TV. And it's a three-part process that we do all at the same time. So the first thing we want to do is actually draw our penis in as if we're making our penis smaller. This is the same sort of muscle group that you use when you want to make your penis kind of bounce up and down when you have an erection. And don't worry, this isn't going to actually make your penis smaller. It's going to strengthen the muscles to give you better erections. The second thing we want to do while our penis is drawn in is we want to pretend like we're trying to stop ourselves from urinating. Another way to think of this is like trying to draw your balls up into your body. So we're drawing our penis in and then we're also trying to stop that urination. And the third part of this is to actually clench the sphincter around your anus as if you're trying to stop a fart from coming out. You don't want to clench your butt cheeks. So if you're sitting down, you shouldn't clench your butt cheeks, which kind of lifts you off the chair. You want your butt cheeks to be relaxed and you just want to clench the muscles around the anus. So we want to do these three things at the same time. We draw our penis in as if making it smaller, we stop ourselves from urinating, and we're stopping that fart from coming out. And by doing this, we're activating the entire region. Now, if you're struggling to feel these muscles or to hold this for any length of time in the beginning, that's extremely normal. By gaining control over these muscles and strengthening these muscles, it's going to give us a lot of control when it comes to ejaculation, lasting longer in bed, and also keeping those harder erections. But in the beginning, it can feel difficult to isolate these muscles. However, if you continue to practice, it will get easier. In the beginning, you can do this lightly just to begin to feel those muscles activate. But ideally, what we want to be doing is putting maximum effort into clenching these muscles because that's what's going to strengthen them. So we're going to breathe in. And then as we breathe out, we're clenching those muscles and we're counting to 3. 1, 2, 3, and release. We can now have a rest for a little bit. Breathe in again, and we're going to clench them again. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to repeat this 10 times. As we have these muscles tense, we don't want to hold our breath, but we want to continue to breathe normally. In the beginning, that can be difficult to do, so I find shallow breaths are easier. But over time, eventually you want to be able to breathe normally. Remember, each time we are clenching or contracting these muscles, we're putting in maximum effort and trying to hold it for that full 3 seconds. We then release it completely, have a bit of a breather, and then we go again. I like to do these exercises about 3 times per day. That may sound like a lot, but because you can do it when you're sitting at your desk working or driving or watching TV or even when you're at the gym, it's really not that difficult to fit in 3 lots of 10 reps throughout the day. As you get better at this and your pelvic floor muscles become stronger, then you want to actually extend the amount of time that you're holding this for. So go from 3 seconds to hold it for 5 seconds. Then from 5 seconds to 7, ultimately working your way up to about 10 seconds or even 12 seconds, where you can hold that clenched at full maximum effort for 10 to 12 seconds. This isn't something that's going to change overnight and give you full ejaculation control straight away, but it is going to help you control and isolate those muscles when you are having intercourse and gain more control over them. So expect to see some improvements within a week or two and more improvements within 1 to 2 months. But consider this like fitness. It's something that you need to do consistently, just like going to the gym or exercising. You need to do that consistently in order to stay fit. And if you are finding that you do feel a bit tired, it can be a good idea to have a break for a day or two to recover and then get back into the habit of it. If you've watched many of my videos, you know I like to leave some of the best stuff till last to reward the people that watch all the way through. And if you're focused on just harder erections, then that clenching and strengthening of the PC muscles are going to work really well for you. However, if you really want to master ejaculation control and to be able to ejaculate when you want, not by accident, then these next exercises are going to be really important. By clenching our muscles, we are strengthening them and gaining control over them, but often people who have premature ejaculation, those muscles are overly tense. And so we actually need to learn how to relax those muscles when we want to, as that's going to stop us from pushing over the edge into ejaculation. So here we want to do what's known as a reverse Kegel. And so we're going to do the opposite of basically everything we did with the Kegels. So instead of shortening our penis, we actually want to kind of push our penis out as if we're making it longer. We also kind of want to push those muscles as if we're going to urinate, but obviously we don't want to urinate. And then we're going to push those sphincter muscles in our anus as if we're trying to push out a fart, but obviously we don't want to fart. It can be even more difficult to recognize these muscles doing a reverse Kegel than a regular Kegel, but again, continue practicing with it and it will become more obvious to you over time as you gain more strength and control over this area. So the same as we did with our regular Kegels, we want to breathe in, and then as we breathe out, we are relaxing those PC muscles, and then hold that for 3 seconds or as long as you can, and continue to breathe normally through it. Then relax the muscles and start again. Breathe in, breathe out, and push out and relax those muscles. The reverse Kegel activity isn't so much going to strengthen the pelvic floors, but actually give you control over it. And a good way to test whether you do have control over it or not is the next time you're masturbating or having intercourse, try to voluntarily relax these muscles by doing that pushing out sensation. And you'll begin to notice that, oh yeah, when I'm masturbating or I'm close to ejaculation, my muscles are really, really tight. However, if I can forcibly relax those muscles, then it can actually stave off ejaculation and cause me to last longer. So do both the Kegel exercises where we're tensing the muscles as well as the reverse Kegels where we're voluntarily loosening or relaxing those muscles. Do both of those exercises 3 times a day in order to see results. Also, there's a great app called Stamina, which you can download on Apple devices or Android devices. And this will actually walk you through both Kegel exercises and reverse Kegel exercises. And the great thing about this app is that you build up points over time the more you do it, and it gets progressively harder with time. Alternatively, Michelle Kenway has a guided exercise program, which I can highly recommend. So go ahead and check that out, or check out one of my other videos on how to give more pleasure to your lover and give them mind-blowing orgasms.